We have an obligation to try to find common ground.
Would you come to agreements with this president? Would you work with him to pass legislation, or do you believe, as many in your party do, that you need to be a check on him, you need to investigate him in the main, and keep him from doing the things that he wants?
We do not have the votes in the House. Part of what you said, it is our constitutional responsibility to be a check. Please don't characterize the strength that I bring to this meeting as the leader of the House Democrats who just won a big victory.
Elections have consequences, Mr. President.
But this is clearly cheating. Voter fraud. Video shows man stuffing hundreds of ballots into ballot box. So this guy walks into the election booth with a box and literally stuffs the entire ballot box with his envelopes that have the votes. And they end up saying that he got questioned about it, and they have the conversation right here, and they were trying to say, "Who are you?" And he says, "Go F yourself. I don't have to tell you who I am." And then he says, "Go F yourself, gringo."
I have my paper ready, to get my driver license finally, after 11 years driving without license.
In a monumental move, the California Department of Motor Vehicles is now accepting applications for driver licenses from undocumented people living here.
And we have the responsibility to have oversight on the agencies of the executive branch, and we fully intend to implement that. And that shouldn't be a cause for him of any concern, because that's the regular order.
But it certainly would. And if there's any investigating done of him, I mean, you heard what he said, even on a day where he said he wanted to be better and change tone. He said, if they investigate me, I'll investigate them. And we both know he will not come to the table with any deals.
Nancy, I do. And we need border security. Nancy, we need border security. It's very simple.
Of course we do.
We need border security. People are pouring into our country.
I have my paper ready.
Including terrorists. We have terrorists. We caught 10 terrorists over the last very short period of time. 10. These are very serious people. Our border agents, all of our law enforcement has been incredible what they've done. But we caught 10 terrorists. These are people that were looking to do harm. We need the wall. We need, more important than anything, we need border security, of which the wall is just a piece.
As we go forward, we want, as I said, an open Congress, a bipartisan Congress, a unifying Congress. We are not here to divide, we're to unify.
Let's debate in private, okay? Yeah, let's debate in private. Let's debate in private, okay? Yeah, let's debate in private.
I have my paper ready.
We came in here in good faith, and we're entering into this kind of a discussion in the public view.
But it's not bad, Nancy.
No,
it's called transparency.
But if he makes a commitment, and that's in the public domain, and I think that's how we negotiate. We came in here in good faith, and we're entering into this kind of a discussion in the public view.
Let's debate in private, okay? Yeah, let's debate in private. Let's debate in private, okay? Yeah, let's debate in private.
Happened with immigration, the big meeting, all the smiley faces, love, 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 love. And then he comes away not long after and saying the Democrats won't do it. They tricked me. You can't trust them.
Yeah, well, that leads to the question, who's in charge there?
If we don't have border security, we'll shut down the government. This country needs border security. The wall is a part of border security. Let's have a talk. We're going to get the wall built, and we've done a lot of wall already.
What is your level of confidence that you'll be the Speaker of the House?
Total.
100%?
100%, yeah. I sent out my letter last night because I didn't ask anybody for support because I was too busy winning an election, and I didn't think it was appropriate to ask members or candidates then.
I do know a big problem that I've read about in the news is also voter fraud in California. And so I know that a big part is registering voters, and I'd just like to know how you'd like to combat voter fraud in the state of California.
Throughout California and throughout the country, it is nearly non-existent.
Oh, God. I have multiple voter registration cards that are coming to my office.
Excuse me,
my
can
home.
we let the secretary finish?
It is nearly non.
Hello? I can't hear her. Hello? Sweetie, can you hear me?
Excuse me,
My
can
home.
we let the secretary finish?
It is nearly non-existent. But we're still.
California also has something called the motor voter law, which automatically registers you to vote when you get your driver's license.
And how it works is the caucus nominates someone,
Yes.
and then they go to the floor and
Do you
the
think
floor
there'll be
goes.
another nominee other than you?
Doesn't matter. I've had a nominee every time, except maybe the very first time.
Yeah, I don't think there was one
The
the
very
first time.
first time, but every other time I've had an opponent.
You don't think that you'll have to deal with unusual opposition?
This isn't about, this is about the security of our country. We take an oath to protect and defend. And we don't want to have that mischaracterized by anyone.
Excuse me. Can we let the secretary finish?
It's nearly non-existent, but we're still.
Hello? I can't hear her. Hello? Sweetie, can you hear me?
Excuse me. Can we let the secretary finish?
It's nearly non-existent, but we're still.
If I do, I mean, that's politics. I mean, this is not a day at the beach. This is politics. And here I am. We've delivered the victory because we had the best possible candidates.
I have my paper ready, to get my driver license finally, after 11 years.
And we had the best possible candidates who inspired the grassroots. We own the ground.
I have my paper ready, to get my driver license finally, after 11 years.
And all of the organizations, whether it was about protect our care, protect our environment, all of those organizations worked to elect these people, and they want to see results, and we have to get moving with that. So without getting into the making of sausage around here.
Everybody say sausage, keep it going. Egg, bacon, grits, sausage. Got that bitch coffee and liquor. Sausage. All that bitch IHOP ordering. Sausage. Eat a pancakes with the motherfucking.
I feel very confident about where I am.
I do know a big problem that I've read about in the news is also voter fraud in California. And so I know that a big part is registering voters, and I'd just like to know how you'd like to combat voter fraud in the state of California.
I have my paper ready, to get my driver license finally, after 11 years.